Hello all, welcome to this session. So in this session, we usually do the analysis of the indexes, stocks requested by our members and cryptos, which some of you are interested. So before we start with the analysis, just a quick reminder of our first in-person event that we are going to have on coming Saturday. So if you haven't completed the registration, please feel free to go on the GMT website. On the home page, you will find the details, and I would encourage you all to register so we can meet in person. That's on 11th of June from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. in Brampton. So would be nice to see you and meet you personally. So now moving on to the analysis for the coming week. In the coming week, based on the indexes, especially NDX and IXIC, the last week closing was a gap down closing with a red candle, and the indicators have flattened or turned downward. Mid Bollinger Band is at 12,265, which is about 250 points. So it could drop. Looking at the trend and indicators, we can expect from start to mid of the week, the US market to go down. If you look on the weekly chart, it had faced resistance at EMA 10, which was at 12,990, close to 1300. The lower Bollinger Band, where it had taken support a couple of weeks back, could still, not within a week, but it could still touch. If you look at the monthly chart, the lower Bollinger Band on monthly chart is at 11,500. And based on the bearish trend, although the indicators on the monthly chart are already in oversold region, but still the downward trend can be expected. So for those who are planning to take positional trades or planning to invest for long term, at least a month watching the market would be good before opening any of the positions. For those who are planning to take short trades, trading based on the bearish sentiment could be profitable. So if you are either trading in SQQ or any of the inverse ETFs, could be preferable. However, the support which it had taken previously based on the daily chart around 1100, 750 or 11,500, which is also the almost the lower Bollinger Band level, could be the level where it could take support. We have seen that taking here on the weekly chart as well. So for those who are planning to buy either SQQ or any other inverse indexes, it's good to have stop loss in place, since the market, once it reaches the oversold region, it reverses faster. And this we discuss now about NDX. Similar analysis would be for IXIC. Just the levels would be different, but if you look at the pattern is almost the same. We have this is a bearish pattern with if you look at the last two candles, the candle on the right is an indication of a pattern which is showing clear bearish trend, at least at the start of the market. a strong support here, as we saw on NDX, is something that you should be watching either second half of the week or early next week. If it takes support at mid Bollinger Band and reverses, I would suggest to be watchful. It could take support at mid Bollinger Band and reverse, but a bearish sentiment is more probable looking at the higher intervals on the weekly chart and monthly chart, as we saw for NDX. And same or similar analysis you can find on QQQ, since it's following NDX. And most of you on call have done analysis of TQQ. So you would notice the level around 2960, 2970 is where it could take support, and the stronger support is further down at close to 26.60. For this week, the support that you should be watching would be closer to 2960, 2970, or the mid Bollinger Band level of 3060. It could easily touch, as there is a small gap up here, which it would most likely close this week, expecting a bearish trend. Even if the correction is small, this gap up is expected to be closed sometime this week. So for those who would be interested in trading in this bearish trend, SQQ becomes more attractive. So an entry even at the current market price, the price at which it closed in the aftermarket, 48, for the initial targets, since there is a small gap up here which it could close, 52 is possible. This stop loss under the lower Bollinger Band or the super trend level, both are at 43.5, 43.95. So a stop loss at 43, buy at current price around 48 for target of 52 plus would still be good risk to reward ratio. For those who are planning to take short term 2 to 3 days of trade within this week, either at the start of the week or mid of the week. Any questions? Munir, Nikhil, Vaibhav?
What is the stop loss limit that you mentioned?
Stop loss for SQQ would be 43. Since the super trend level is at 43.45 and lower Bollinger Band is at 43.95, stop loss of 43. Actually, target in that case would be 53 for a good risk to reward ratio, means 1:1. Here mid Bollinger Band is 53. If you want to have a better risk to reward ratio, the low of this was 45.39, but a better stop loss would be 43, entry at 48, for the first target for partial exit at 52 and second target at 53, which is the mid Bollinger Band. Let's see on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, on 4-hour chart we have super trend at 54. So 53 and 54, 52 and 53 would be preferred targets for SQQ. Yeah, with the stop loss of 43, this level that we saw on the daily chart.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. Let's. Are there any questions for TQQ or SQQ?
So for TQQ, if it's a bullish sentiment market in the market in morning, so where do you see the first target, like in TQQ?
TQQ or SQQ? SQQ, we are expecting it to go up. And
No,
TQ,
I was talking about TQQ
so TQQ,
because it's already in profit. I just want to sell it and like,
book your profit.
yeah.
So SQQ, we are expecting bearish trend in the start of the week, and we are expecting it could go down up to 29.530. So if you want to book your profits at the start of the market, $32.5 or even the current price, if you are already in profit, would be good to book your
Yeah, I have actually said 32.50. So
yeah. So 32.5 is a good target. Knowing that it could go further down. It has been taking support at this EMA 50 on 1 hour chart, but it could break
yeah,
and go further down. So 32.5 you can keep target. It could execute even in pre-market tomorrow. So just make sure that your order has outside regular trading hours set.
thank you.
Yeah, outside RTH. Income. So that's for TQQ. For those who would like to enter TQQ, as most of you have the levels already with you based on yesterday's analysis, watch how it trades around the support that you have identified close to 29.6 or 30 and see if it takes support here and reverses up. If the sell volume is high, this support close to 29.5, it may not withstand, but if it touches that level and gets pulled up, you can enter near the mid Bollinger Band level of 30.50. So if it drops close to 29.50 and gets pulled up, that would be a reversal signal for you to take an entry for about a week's trade or even more if it reverses from the support at 29.5. But that would be towards the mid to end of the week. So just keep a close watch how it trades near the support that you all have identified. Any question, Dinesh?
No questions. Like I
Thanks.
just
I
wanted
think
to
it's clear.
understand the analysis part. Like you went to 4 hours chart and then 1 hour chart to see the levels. So like when you change the time frames, which indicators do you give preference? Like on daily, which indicators are the most, I mean, most powerful or useful?
Yeah. So I use all the indicators on all intervals. You would see these indicators are there on all intervals.
Yes, but the position is like the position of indicator is changed, right? Like when you change the time frame.
Yes. So you would not notice in our premium groups when I share these screenshots,
Yeah.
I share with multiple time frames.
Yes. Yes.
So the entry is based on analysis of at least 4 to 6 time frame.
Okay. Okay.
So my entries are based on daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. And the indicators are the same.
Mm.
The time intervals are more than one,
So
at least
Okay.
4.
yeah, if I remember correctly, one is lagging indicator and other one is leading. So which one is lagging? I just forgot it. It's a RSI or Williams?
RSI is the lagging indicator, and it will be
Follow
covered
the,
explicitly in the class 6.
okay, so it follow the Williams. Like if Williams
Williams
start
are.
going up, it turn into going up.
Yes, that's right. And that's the same on either interval you're looking. Since we are discussing more of positional trades and swing trades, that's why we do analysis on the daily chart. If you are doing a day trade, you would be doing analysis on the shorter intervals, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. Nikhil and Dinesh, are you both okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
okay.
Vaibhav,
All good. Yeah.
cool. So we will now take Munir's request of Novavax. So this had dropped 20% yesterday. And if you look at the chart, both on daily chart and weekly chart, the indicators are still downward, which means it can drop further. On monthly chart, the lower Bollinger Band has turned downward. The histograms have almost started to flatten, but still you can expect some more drop on.
Pulled from 41.
Sorry?
It was pulled up from the 41.
Yeah, towards the close it got pulled up, but still if you see, the indicators are still downward. And if we look on the 4-hour chart, in the last 4 hours it has started reversing up. So if you are planning to take very short trade of
Yeah.
1 to 2 days only, then you could look to enter for the targets close to 50.
Yeah, that was I was looking.
Yes, so your target would be 50 if you enter. And now if you would have noticed, I have reduced the interval. I'm on looking on the 1-hour chart, and on 1-hour chart, super trend, EMA 50, as well as mid Bollinger Band
Yeah, all are merging.
at close to 50. So that would be your target, which is quite good, about $5 on a $45 stock.
Yeah, exactly. It's a just quick trade.
Exactly. So that's good. However, on the longer interval, if you look on daily chart, weekly chart, although it touched the lower Bollinger Band, but on the longer interval, it could still go further down. So it's just for a quick trade of under a day or max 2 days.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next, let's see Netflix.
Kamal, could you please explain at what point you are expecting reversal for this?
For the longer term hold,
Yeah, I mean, we just mentioned like a day or two max. So if
yes.
that's the target, then how do you predicted that it might turn up? Yeah, I mean, it already started, but
Yeah, so if you look on the 1-hour chart, it has already reversed because
okay.
it had dropped outside lower Bollinger Band, and the market started pulling it within the Bollinger Band.
Yeah.
And because we have at least 4 levels merging close to 50. So within short interval of when we are looking on 1 hour chart, you can expect it to touch 50 and then continue going down further.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
You can see, although MACD is a delayed indicator, lagging indicator, but still you can see the MACD histograms have started reducing in size, and it could touch the midline and can start dropping further. RSI Williams R have turned up on the 1 hour chart, which is a much shorter interval compared to daily chart. Okay, so next we'll take Netflix. Netflix. I'll just zoom in. So Netflix on Thursday it touched the upper Bollinger Band and has it was in overbought region, at least on the daily chart. So expecting correction or profit booking was totally normal. And looking at the market trend, the candle also that you can see, you can easily expect it to drop down. The first support would be around 177, and if it doesn't hold, that looks to be a good support. If that doesn't hold, then the lower Bollinger Band close to 166. Let's see on the weekly chart. On weekly chart, it has shown correction, means reversing upward. If you are on it for holding for over 2 to 4 months, then you could still hold. But for a quick trade, it would be better to wait, or although we don't recommend short position, but it's at this moment you can expect it to drop. So for those who are taking short, it's good for short. For taking long position, wait for at least about four sessions, 3 to 4 sessions at least, before it getting clarity whether it takes support around this level, and then you can enter. Entry around 178 or 179.80. Your first target could be 235, which is 10 EMA on weekly chart. So about $40 would be return on a $180 stock. Although EMA 50 is at 245, conservative target would be the EMA 10 on a weekly chart. Munir, are you looking to take a quick trade on this?
No, I am already holding position, and I was just looking to exit around 205 currently, and then buy back it when it drops down. So I missed the last week, so I am thinking to sell it like around 200, and then I'm already in like a gain.
Right. So exiting in pre-market around mid Bollinger Band here is
200, yeah.
Yeah, 198.84, and it is currently at the same level. So you can plan to exit, or you can keep target. I would say, as you see here, VWAP 14 is showing 199.90. So 10 cents, 20 cents lesser is still okay. If your order executes, you are not losing much.
Yeah.
Rather than keeping round figure 200.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true.
You can keep your target of 199.80 or 85.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. So next is your SOXL. Did we discuss SOXL or that was SOXS?
Sorry, no, we didn't discuss. This morning we discussed SOXS.
Yes.
So XL is actually inverse. It's similar to TQQ.
Right. Yeah. So we can expect bearish trend for SOXL, and for entry again the support close to 22 would be the support close to 22. Mid Bollinger Band is at 21.97. So wait for it to touch the support level, reverse, and then enter.
Yeah, so it's
If
20.
it doesn't reverse, it could continue on the downtrend and could easily touch the next support level, which would be closer to the lower Bollinger Band. If the market sentiment is bullish towards the end of the week, it could take support around 22 and reverse. If it is still bearish, then it could drop down to the next support level.
Yeah.
So it would be better to wait for it to give a clear signal on what the market sentiment is, not just on SOXL, but in general about TQQ, QQQ as well. If we so on that aspect, SOXS becomes attractive for this week if you are trading on Simple trade.
Yeah, actually I am holding both, and the price I bought currently both are in gain. So I was looking to exit from the SOXL
Yeah,
and keep the SOXS.
that's right. So that would be good. So you can close your position on SOXL similar to PQQ.
TQQ, yeah.
Yeah. So here the mid Bollinger Band here is at 24.
I have kept 24.30 just for the safe side. So 24.30 I have set the sell target for first session in the morning.
Yeah, that looks good. It had faced resistance already around 24.50.
Yeah.
Again, I think even this would, yeah, it's traded in the aftermarket. So around 24.40, it can close. And since we are looking on the 1 hour chart, and if you are looking to close your position in the during the market hours, just see if it goes above the mid Bollinger Band, as there's a gap down here. On 1 hour chart, it could close the gap down around 25.5 and then continue further down.
Yeah, that's possible. Yes.
Okay, so just see if you are watching either around 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, because we are looking on 1 hour chart.
So if the pre-market is up like 24, 25 something, then can wait for the 25, right?
Yes, that's right. That's why I was suggesting around 7 or 8 a.m. because pre-market opens at 5 a.m. in the morning. In fact, 4 a.m. in the morning. So by 5 o'clock, you would see already a candle formed, which would give you direction whether it is bullish, and it could on the 1 hour chart. However, when the market opens, things could change drastically.
Yeah.
Fine. So basically 24.3 looks good. If it breaks, then the target would be 25.5. You can keep it. And SOXS would be preferred for this week's trade. You can close SOXL. Unless there is some strong positive news in the market, the bearish trend at this start of the week seems less likely. Sorry, the bullish trend at the start of the week looks less likely. OVA. Let me go into the daily chart. Okay, so this looks to be a very good stock that you have found. Usually you would find such kind of stocks based on screeners, which you would be covering at the last day of the class.
Yeah, I did on that. So I bought around the 6.90
Awesome.
when it was pulled up from the 6.18.
Yes. So this is really good entry. Around $1 you are already in profit.
Yeah.
Right? And if we look on the weekly chart, since it had fallen outside the Bollinger Band, the market could pull it at least closer to the lower Bollinger Band, and the lower Bollinger Band could bend downwards. So the lower Bollinger Band level of $9, you can expect it to touch $9. The EMA 10 is at 9.83. Even if you have conservative target, you could still make about $2 to $3 on this stock. And if you are planning to hold for some time, based on monthly chart, it could also give you 100% return, but that hold will be longer.
How long we are expecting? Like a 2-3 months?
At least 3 months. This EMA 200 on a monthly chart is at 14.
Yes.
It's 14.2. So it would be at least 3 to 4 months. Since you are taking active trades, that's like longer hold. And you might feel that you might make that much profit by taking more active trade.
Yeah, that's true.
From the super trend, 11 is definitely possible, and mid Bollinger Band is at 12.40. So a target of 12 is very realistic. It's just that you will have to hold for quite some time. Even the mid Bollinger Band on weekly chart is at 14. So since you have entered under 7, and if you want to hold for a few months, it could give you 100% return based on your entry price, which is quite good. It's just that you need to also have stop loss. Your stop loss under $6, 5.90 would be ideal.
Yeah.
Actually, your stop loss, you can keep it at the low of this candle, which is 6.9, in which case you won't be losing. Since your entry is lower than 6.9, even if it drops from here, you won't be closing the position in loss. There's a concept of trailing stop loss, which Vivek sir would be covering later, which makes sure that if you are in profit, your stop loss secures your capital, and your position is either closed in in this case, it would be closing in break even or in few dollars of profit, and depending upon your quantity. So you would plan to exit in the next week itself?
No, I'm thinking of sell off the 50% and hold the 50% maybe for a couple more weeks.
Okay, so in that case, on 1 hour chart, it's already on the upper Bollinger Band. So the next would be, it's not too far, super trend level of $9 is where you can sell your 50%.
Exactly.
Okay, and then hold your remaining for higher targets. In fact, 4 hour chart gives you 10.9, 12, and 13.8. So you can close your 50% position at $9 and then keep rest for longer duration if you want longer
Yeah,
period.
sure.
Next, Tesla. So we'll take Tesla, and then after this, if there is any request, we'll take that as the last. So I'll say for now, Tesla as being the second last request for the day. Tesla is clearly on downtrend.
Yeah.
Face resistance at the mid Bollinger Band. The indicators are downward. The sell volume is high.
Yeah, I have set the position of 630 like to re-enter. I have sold already and waiting for 630.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
lower Bollinger Band is at 622. Previously, it had taken support at that level.
Yes.
If you look on the weekly chart, again, it can take support at the closer to lower Bollinger Band, which is close to 650. But still, I would still suggest that wait how the sell volume is.
Right.
If it drops drastically on a single day, it could still drop down further and enter when it reverses. If it drops below 630, let it drop. Once it reverses up and touches 630, that time you can enter. So you are entering at the uptrend.
Right.
And your whole duration will be shorter and you can still get a good profit.
Okay.
Okay. So for this week, at least at the start of the week until Wednesday and Thursday, just keep in watch list and see
Right.
it drop, and then once it reverses, then we can enter.
Thanks.
Okay. So any last request for the day? Vivek, you are requesting for Tesla itself, right? You wanted to buy Tesla put.
Hey Kamal, I wanted to enter Amazon options, and I also found CHPT as an interesting play if time permits.
Sorry,
I haven't entered any, but like I just want to bring to notice.
right. So Tesla put you want to sell and not buy.
No, Amazon put.
Sorry, Amazon.
I want to sell a put instead of buying a call. I want to try once, but like I have never did it.
Right. So looking at the daily chart,
it's now after the split, right? From Monday it will trade after the split.
Yes. So even with that, if you look, it is touching at the upper Bollinger Band, in which case you could start with selling call, or if you want to go for put, it looks good for buying a put. Although the market on Monday would be quite volatile, and you want to take advantage of that volatility, or you want to see how it trades and then open your position?
It's hard to tell right at this point.
Yes, because looking at the daily and weekly chart, it almost touched the 200 EMA and got pulled down. Also EMA 10. And expecting the Nasdaq and other indexes to go downward, Amazon drop could bring the index down. So at this point, it looks opening a long put seems more attractive.
Okay, Kamal.
Yeah, volatility would be high.
Okay, either opening a long put or selling a call, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Kamal. Thank you. That's.
And what was the next one you mentioned?
CHPT. CHPT. Yeah.
Charge point.
Yeah, this was discussed a lot last week.
Yes, CHPT. It's at the mid Bollinger Band already. Are you on it, or you are just watching?
I am just watching.
Okay. So it's already at above upper Bollinger Band. It almost touched the EMA 10. It could again open close to this level and then start coming down.
Okay. Have it in your list. It is more discussed last week. So I just want to bring to you notice.
Yeah, on a monthly chart, if you look, it had taken support on EMA 200 for almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So from here, it has reversed. So expecting it to go up on a monthly basis seem to be driving the sentiment. So the bullish sentiment would still continue. It's just that it could correct a bit and you could get a better entry. The support could be around 11.7 or the mid Bollinger Band.
Okay, Kamal.
Just keep in watch and entry around 11.4 for the higher targets. On weekly chart 16.9 and upper Bollinger Band is at 19. So that could be the reason why there is more discussion going on. Based on technicals, it's favorable for taking a long position. Just wait for correction and you could get a better entry.
Okay, Kamal.
Okay, so that we have covered the request in the Excel sheet and we have covered the indexes as well. So I would say with that, I would wish you all good luck for the coming week. Keep sharing your analysis. If you are taking trades, share your trades in the GMT premium groups and GMT non-premium groups as well, if you are part of other groups. And any of the trade positions that you have taken and you need any analysis help, please feel free to post on the group so we all can share our views and we can give our feedback. So with that, thank you all for joining and hope you have nice remaining part of the weekend and see you all in the next week.